Hello everyone, welcome to Asset Television News. I am Omike Matthew. Asset Television is on the streets to find out from Nigerians what they think about the withdrawal of the compulsory voting bill by the National Assembly. As we go to the streets, we want to find out from them, and this is what they had to say. Sir, the question we're asking Nigeria is that the withdrawal of the compulsory voting bill by the National Assembly, following the debate over it, do you think it's a good thing by the National Assembly to listen to some Nigerians who are actually against the bill, trying to force them to vote in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing for them to just consider Nigerians, because let's even start. Democracy is about freedom of speech, freedom of whatever you want to do, so long your freedom does not, tamper with my own rights. So, yes, that's the very essence of democracy, is freedom. If I want to vote, let me. If I don't want to vote, there's no problem. But it's a good thing that they withdrew it, because if government had done that, it will work. I'm telling you, it will work, because it's about sanction and rewards. If government say no to a policy, they don't want it. They say yes, they will tie it. They might tie it to your BVN, they might tie it to your tax, they might tie it to your job, they might tie it to some, there will be sanction for doing otherwise. So that is there. So I know Nigerians, we don't like sanctions. If they say because you do not vote, you cannot use your account. So if they say because you do not vote, you cannot drive, there will be sanction. There will be sanction tied to it, and because of the sanction, it will have worked. But we thank God for government for listening to the voice of Nigerians and say, look, it's all about freedom. That is the very essence of democracy in the first place. It says freedom. So if it is freedom, so why telling us we should vote? It has never been like that in any other country. You cannot tell Americans to vote by all means. No.
Okay. So do you think that the best way to go now is the National Assembly should focus on electoral reform than this kind of bill coming up next time?
Yes, electoral reform is what we need. Not even this voting should not be part of electoral reforms. Voting, it's your obligation as a citizen to vote. You might decide not to vote, because if you don't believe in somebody that is representing you, you don't want to cast your vote for the person. Or all of them, maybe there are about 4 or 5 people or 2 or 3 people that are contesting. If you don't believe in any of them, you don't cast your vote for them. So it's about choice. It's about choice to cast your vote, and a choice not to cast your vote. So the electoral reforms we need, they know, but they will not, because it will affect them, they won't go there. One of the electoral reforms I would have loved to see in Nigeria is the head of INEC should be an independent umpire, not appointed by the president. Of course, if you are being appointed by the president, what do you expect? You are going to be loyal to the person that appointed you, because if if you are not loyal, he can still honor appoint you. So if they want electoral reform in Nigeria, let us start from the appointment of who is umpire, the INEC person, the man that will eventually say you are the winner. How do we bring him in?
Yeah, actually, since from the beginning that they started talking about the bill, we already know that it will not see the light of the day, because Nigerians are very angry. As things going on now in this country, you cannot force any Nigerian to go out and vote, because things are very bad in this country. The way the politicians are treating us in this country, no Nigerian can be forced to go out and vote, except if it is willingly. Because there are so many reasons why Nigerians will never accept that bill. Number one, look at the situation we are going through in this country. You can't force someone to go out inside the sun, inside the rain, and vote a person that will, at the end of the day, threaten his life with all bad policies like what we are seeing now. Look at what is happening now in the country. People are suffering, people are crying. The economy is bad, killings here and there. You can't go and force someone to come out and vote. And there are some places that you can't even go and vote. There are some states like Sokoto, Borno, you can't even go out to that places and vote because of the insecurity in that state. So the bill will never see the light of the day. Since from the beginning, we know that it will not go, they will not pass it.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't think so. Because even on the norms, not everybody goes to vote. So if they are going to make it mandatory, that means not everybody is going to vote. The bill, even though they are going to pass that bill, I don't think it's everybody in Nigeria that is going to vote. So if there is any penalty attached to not voting, that means many citizens will go against that penalty, because if they are going to arrest anybody, I think many prisons will be filled up, because there's no how you can force people to vote. I know voting is our right for us to vote, but in this case now, Nigeria is not a place where you say this is the we vote. No. Sometimes you might even vote and your vote might not even count. So that's the real truth, sir.
Okay, so you are in support of the fact that the National Assembly has deemed it right to say, hey, let's just withdraw. Let's not force Nigerians to vote at all costs.
Yeah. That's my own sincere truth. The withdrawing it is very okay, because all of us cannot do it. We are tired. We are tired of this stuff going on. So you can't just force me to go and vote somewhere.
Absolutely, that is a very good idea for withdrawing it. Because if you don't withdraw it, it means you have taken the freedom of expression from Nigerians. Because you can choose to vote, you can choose not to vote. What is, you can't force people directly that everybody must vote. Even all over the world, you cannot be able to force people to vote, even in the United States of America, in Europe, in Asia, in everywhere. So that freedom of expression should be left for Nigerians to decide. If you say you want to force everybody, including the elderly in the villages, those who are having some ailment and the rest that cannot even move, and nobody to assist them to go and vote, it means to go into the interiors to go and start fining them or jailing them. That is not right. So that is absolutely correct for them to withdraw it, because they should leave it for Nigerians. They should sensitize Nigerians to come out to vote voluntarily, not by force.
Okay. So now, sir, are you part of those who may be calling for more focus on electoral reform? Now, this kind of bill coming again, one way or the other, in the future?
Yes, it's when you have more like almost a 99% people that are enlightened. You don't even need to force people to come and vote. People on their own would choose their leaders based on the democratic tendencies. If they can see the dividends of democracy, they see that things are done free and fair, the enthusiasm of voters will come out.
If the government are going to force people to vote, voting is, I don't know, it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to be mandatory in the first place. Voting is supposed to be it's supposed to be something we do, we choose to do. Yes, voting is supposed to be we choose to do. We decided, okay, yeah, we want this person. So we have reasons why we choose this person. So if I am person, if I don't have a reason why I'm choosing this person or the other person to be my president or the governor of my state, then I can just not decide to vote. So even if I had the intention, answering the question for myself, even if I had the intention to vote in the first place and it becomes mandatory for me to vote, I can say that probably I will not vote. Because Nigerians, they don't like being compelled to do something. Our government are used to compelling us to doing something. Like the issue of this NIN that came out, we're just living our lives, and they said we should enroll for NIN, and all of a sudden it becomes compulsory for you to get your NIN and link it to your SIM card and your bank and everything, and people start rushing to do things, and so many people are not even yet enrolled. You see, so Nigerians, they don't like people, they don't like being compelled to do something, and even as individuals, we don't like being forced to do something. Just like as a young man, before now, when I was much younger, I know I'm supposed to do the dishes. I'm not supposed to do house chores. But if my parents say, no, go and do, you must do it, I feel compelled to do it. I feel obligated to do it. So I feel like, no, I need to do something on my free will. I need to do it when I choose or I feel like to do it, not somebody forcing me to do it. And besides, it's not like our vote is even counted.
Dear viewer, there you have it, the response of Nigerians on the issue of the withdrawn compulsory voting bill by the National Assembly, and of course other issues we try to get from them from the streets. We want to thank you for viewing all for watching, and I want to say see you next time. I am Omike Matthew.